Hey guys, it's Reese. Welcome back to the channel. So, I was able to, a few days ago, get all the new Mix 2 Matchbox cars. There's 4 new models actually in that series of Matchbox cars. Well, series mix case, you know what I mean by that. um, so yeah. Um, Before I, open these cars, something that Matchbox does that Hot Wheels doesn't do is Matchbox will, you know, they will do prototypes just like Hot Wheels does for their new cars for every year. But unlike Hot Wheels that says this car is new for 2022 directly on the card somewhere, you don't have that with Matchbox. Matchbox does not do the new for 2022 part, actually. They will instead have a copyright year of when the car is fully, ready to get put into stores kind of thing. Like, after it's, done being a prototype and everything else is done with the car, like the paint and all the other details for the cars, too. So, yeah. Um, I'm probably not going to complete pretty much most of these mixes, just depending on how many fantasy cars are in each one of them. And you know there's a cargo truck, there's the national parks backhoe construction vehicle, there's, I want to say, yeah, the garbage scout. Those are 3 fantasy cars from this mix of Matchbox cars. Now, Matchbox, unlike Hot Wheels, way less cars per case or mix actually, because Matchbox is only 24 per case. um So yeah, that's another thing you got to be aware of. And I just finished watching a Lamley Group video, and apparently there's a different card art design for the G500 in blue and Mix 3, which won't be in stores till possibly maybe at the end of this month or sometime in June or July. Um, so yeah, and also in Mix 3, not Mix 2, which everyone is starting to rush to stores to find the Super Chase Ford Bronco, you're looking at the wrong mix. The mix with this does not have the Bronco in it. It doesn't have the Bronco in blue or the Chase one, so just be aware of that. There's no need to rush off to stores unless somehow your store has the third mix already. Then you may want to check just to see if you find the Super Chase Bronco. However, that one might be maybe a little bit more harder to find, because here's why. When the first Super Chase came out, the Corvette, there was no other Corvette with it. It was just the C8 by itself. However, in this third mix, Matchbox is kind of playing, people in a way sort of as fools, because, there's 2 Broncos actually in that mix. There's the blue one as the regular, and then the red, white, and blue Chase one as well. So, in a way, they're kind of trying to, get people more excited and realize, we need to make our Chase thing a little bit more harder to find, I suppose, in a way. Although, again, for people who actually work for those companies, they probably, have a bunch of different reasons why, their first Super Chase was, possibly easier or harder to find. Although it was still pretty hard to find because, I was lucky enough to find 2 of them actually, and I think it was because it was a fresh case drop a few months ago. However, the Bronco one might be a little bit harder to find, like an actual Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunt in a way, supposedly, just because they're having a regular and also the Super Chase in the next mix. And there's going to be a few other new models and repeat recolor models too as well from that mix too. So yeah, the mix I'm talking about is obviously the third one, the one after the mix with these new cars, these 4 new cars actually. These are all the 4 new models from Mix 2 actually, because everything else is pretty much recolors from previous mixes, or they weren't a mainline, they were like a multi-pack kind of car thing, and that was the only way to get some of these cars too. However, I did notice something. One of these new models said copyright 2020, which kind of threw me off a bit, but then, I realized that, yeah, that's still a new model because it never came out before. So, yeah. I will say, probably as of right now, the Porsche is probably my favorite model. The second favorite one is probably either the Lexus or that Shell Ford truck. So yeah. Now again, just like that Ford Cargo Semi a few years ago from Matchbox, this is kind of similar, but like an older version of it in a way, supposedly, because there's no actual bed or cab with the truck, or like a trailer bed thing with the truck. Then it's just the truck. It's the front of the truck bed with nothing in the back. So yeah, we're gonna do well. Correction, before I go into what I was about to say, what I was going to say is that, at any time if I'm saying we're going to do something, it means I'm unboxing it so all of you can see me open the cars in the line. So yeah, for now, I'm going to hold off on the new models and open up the recolored cars first. Starting off with the black C8. Now, I think this is the third color version of the C8 because I know I have the blue one, and then this black one's the newest color version. There may or may not have ever been, a C8 Matchbox in like some multi-pack thing, whether it's a, 5-pack. I want to say it's a 9-pack, and then I do believe that Matchbox does not do, like 20 packs or something. Or if they do, I've never seen those before. So yeah, there's that one. Now, once this video is done, I'm probably going to show all 3 other Corvettes, so that way we can have a comparison of all the different colors. I'm just gonna look to make sure that I'm not accidentally missing, any color versions of that car somehow. Oh, there was the red one. I think I do actually have that red one somewhere because I want to say I found that one at Target or Walmart a few months or so ago. So yeah, there's a blue one, then the red one, a black one, and then the Chase. Although, I'm not sure if the Chase came before or after this red one did. I'm not quite sure, but I think it might have. I think it came before the red one, actually. Because the blue one was first, then the red came out with that McLaren Spider, and then this black one comes out this year. As technically, in terms of the fourth recolor, because, the Chase one also is a different color. Next up, there was only one each of these new models, and the reason is because I watched some other diecast car collectors video, can't remember their channel name, but whatever their channel is, I would highly recommend going there. I just can't remember their name, so I can't really let you know who channel it was, but they did say that for these new models, there's only one per case, so it's like if your store gets 2 cases of the new Mix 2, then you're going to find 2 of each car. However, I'm going to do something a little bit interesting, and that is, I'm going to open these 4 new models, and then if I ever find the 4 same cars again, I'm probably going to keep those unopened because of, a reason. Because, at some point, the value of any cars, I'm not saying I'm going to resell or anything, I'm just saying that, if I ever want to trade or something in the future, which, like I said, all of these sell, trade, whatever things I'm just not sure about doing yet. So yeah. Anyways, I gotta say this is the best color of the Juliet. And surprisingly, just like Hot Wheels, they always seem to do the better colors either first or later on for certain cars. Same with Matchbox too. But I gotta say this dark blue color is probably the best one for this Juliet. Yeah, and surprisingly, there was only one of these recolored cars too, actually. I will say that you're gonna get more of the fantasy cars and possibly that recolored Land Rover in all of the Mix 2 cars compared to the recolored actual cars like the Corvette and the Julia. I mean, again, it just depends on how many cars your stores, Walmart, Target, King Supers, etc., put out during different times of the day. I'm gonna save the 918 for last actually because that's my favorite new model. So new model number 1 is the 60 El Camino. I almost called it an Impala by accident, but no, it's an El Camino. That's definitely an El Camino. It says it right there, actually. If you can see that. This isn't a short card. I just, started tearing stuff off the card to try opening it, and it's not cooperating just yet. Although now it should be. Hopefully. There it goes. Finally. Now, these 6 new cars, I'm probably going to consider adding to the subscriber's choice race. However, these cars won't be available in the 3rd race, obviously. They would be available in the 4th one. Next up, we have the 1965 Ford C900 and the Shell Gasoline Company paint job design. Oh, sorry about that. Got a notification from something, which was a little not convenient for me during this unboxing cars thing right now. There's the Ford. Another recolor car in this mix is the Toyota Tacoma. Instead of that like green colored one, it's in like some different white with yellow and red paint job. Now the 10th thing is also a different color too, I believe. I think this one's like gray instead of the first one being green. Got the LS 400 as well. Now, I will say one thing really quick before I have everything opened, and that is I'm just glad that I didn't have to beat a bunch of other collectors or stuff like that in a way, kind of, to get these cars. When I was in that toys area at the Walmart store that many days ago, there was literally no one else there, and that's kind of a surprise. And I'm actually glad there was, because, then you don't have to, try to get past the other collectors, because, as soon as stores drop new toys, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, whatever, there seems to be a lot of collectors there. And I'm really glad I did not have to, go through that. I saved probably, in my opinion, what I think is the best one for last. So, yeah. It's Porsche 918. Now, Hot Wheels has made quite a few color versions of this car already, and I'm surprised it took Matchbox even longer just to do this, given the fact they had the, license for Porsche a long time ago. Here it is in this like silver gray color. Now I do gotta say that this looks a little bit more like the actual 918 would in terms. So yeah, I'm really glad I got that one too. Now since all the cars are opened, I'm gonna try to show them all at once if I can, or 3 at a time. There's 3 of them: the Lexus, the El Camino, and the Ford. And then here's the other 3. Oh, Corvette's being a little jump happy excited. Here's the other 3. The Corvette, the Blue Alpha, and the 918. Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Oh, sorry, gotta do something real quick. I should have done this at the start. Totally forgot about that. Well, now with that door situation taken care of, which probably should have done before going live, is done. Yeah, so if you missed any of this live, that's totally fine to understand, because people are busy with different kinds of events throughout the day, and also time zones and other things as well. So yeah, but you can always watch this live or any of my previous lives or videos when they're on my channel. Bye everyone, thanks for watching and have a great rest of your week. I guess since no one showed up for the chat feature, we're pretty much skipping the Q&A this time just because no one did show up for that. And it's kind of a 50-50 good and bad thing. It's good because then I don't have to use more time for the Q&A part, but it's also bad because I like doing Q&As about cars and video game stuff. So yeah, but since it didn't seem like anyone else showed up except for 2 people, which is fine. Yep, because like I'm going to say from now on, I'm trying to be more flexible with people just popping in and out of my lives and stuff, because there could be other lives about other car things at the same time I'm doing mine. That's totally fine. If you did miss this live, that's not going to make me sad or anything like that. No, it's not. That's totally fine, because like I said, you can watch this live once it's on my channel later on today. Another thing is, if you did happen to miss this live with the cars I opened, please be aware that I will have a showcase video. And also, another thing is, before I end this live, I do want to apologize that I completely forgot to do the Wow Wednesday Better Car Showcase video. So because of that, I'm gonna combine them as like the Wow Wednesday and Terrific Thursday showcase thing at some point today. I'm not sure when that will be though, but I will let you know when that video does happen. I might have to do that actually right after this live, I just realized, because, like I said, with busy stuff, I'm gonna, end up being busy as well. So yeah, because of that also affects my video time for when I can make my car videos and or racing car videos too. Also have a great rest of your week, and the weekend's just right around the corner, which is good because I plan on going to the special diecast store this weekend. Bye now.